Guys, welcome to this new video. Well, now, conjunctions. Without conjunctions, you'd be forced to express every complex idea in a series of short, simplistic sentences. For example, I like cooking, I like eating, I don't like washing dishes afterward. Can you see it? Can you appreciate? Do you see how different it is? What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are words that link other words, phrases, or clauses together. For example, I like playing soccer and basketball, but I don't like playing tennis afterward. Max is clearly tired, yet he insists on playing again. And but yet are the conjunctions, and they help me to separate my ideas and linking other words or clauses. Conjunctions allow you to form complex, elegant sentences and avoid the choppiness of multiple short sentences. Make sure that the phrases joined by conjunctions are parallel, share the same structure. For example, I work quickly and carefully. That is incorrect. I work quickly and carefully. That is correct. Why? Because here I'm using the adverb quickly. So I need to use another adverb. Yeah, of course, if I want. In this case, using the conjunction and. Fanboys, the coordinating conjunctions. What is it? Well, it is not like this, like the movie characters. It is this: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Coordinated conjunctions allow you to join words, phrases, and clauses of equal grammatical rank in a sentence. The most common coordinated conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Well, you already know this. For example, I like pizza or salad for lunch. We needed a place to concentrate, so we packed up our things and went to the library. Camila didn't have much money, but she could buy. Notice that the use of the comma when a coordinated conjunction is joined to independent clauses, like this. Camila didn't have much money. That is my first clause, comma, but she could buy. Well, in this case, she could buy, but she could buy doesn't make sense by itself. So that's why I use the comma, and my coordinated conjunction helps me to link my sentences. The first, for, shows reason or purpose, sometimes because can be used instead. Look at this. She remained silent, for her heart was heavy and her spirit low. I go to a library, for I love to read. Okay, if you see, I tell you that sometimes because can be used instead. So you can use I go to a library because I love to read. That is the usage of for. While the word so introduces the fact part of a cause and effect relationship, the word for introduces the cause. For example, the Mexican team went to Russia, for it was to play the World Soccer Cup. That is the reason, that is the case, man, why they went to Russia. The neighborhood had a memorial last weekend, for a family's son had passed away. Introducing the fact why the neighborhood had a memorial. Using the word for like this, however, can sound a bit formal and natural in spoken English. Instead, it's better to use subordinate conjunctions like because or since, which we'll discuss later. Meanwhile, the word for can take different usages as a preposition, not a conjunction. For example, what are you doing for your birthday? It's this gift for me or for someone else. I've been living in Tampico for about 1 year. Well, in this case, we are using for as a different function, like a preposition. And connects two or more ideas. For example, I like to eat chicken wings, and I like to drink soda. So both are different ideas because One is what I like to eat, and the other is what I like to drink. Two different. The conjunction and is used to join two or more items that make sense with each other. I put mayonnaise and mustard in this sandwich. My friends, my friend likes to go mountain climbing and swim in the ocean. My mom wasn't born. My mom was born in Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Sorry. And my dad was born in Tampico. So those two different items, two different ideas. And my mom was born in Costa Rica, and my dad was born in Tampico. Well, the pronunciation was because Costa Rica is the country. That is the pronunciation. Sometimes I get confused with that. Sorry. Well, let's continue. It can also be used to connect a series of events like this. Every day after school, I go to the library and study. The president arrived and gave an hour-long speech. So if you see my subject, I go to the library and study. I am using the base form verb because I am how is it? I'm conjugating the verb with the subject pronoun I. I go and study. That is, the president arrived and gave. I don't need to repeat the subject twice. Mary usually takes a shower, eats breakfast, and go to school on weekdays. Three actions. Mary takes, eats, and go. Well, here it's a mistake. It's goes. Well, but you know what I talk about. If you want to list several items, use commas and the word and at the very end. I wasted so much time, energy, and money on that trip. The dog barked, growled, and scratched until his owner let him back in the house. So, barked, growled, and scratched. The comma. Time, comma, energy, comma, and money. That is, several items. Nor. What is it used? What is it for? Shows a non-contrasting negative idea. Adds more negativity. I refuse to huge people I don't know, nor I will kiss them. We can't afford such expensive tuition, nor we could pay it on time. Okay, let's go back to the definition. Shows a non-contrasting negative idea. I refuse to huge people, so I don't want anything. I don't know. Here is my negative idea. I don't. Or my negative situation. I don't. Using the word not. And the word nor adds more negativity. Nor I will kiss him. So I refer what I won't do. I won't kiss that people that I don't know. Those people. We can't afford such expensive tuition. So that is not in my possibilities. That is negative. I can't. Nor, adding more negativity, nor I could pay it on time. While and is used to join two positive items together, the conjunction nor is used to pair two negative items. It's found either with the word not or with the word neither. Well, this is a correlative conjunction, but we are going to talk about this later, I told you. He didn't return my calls, nor did he respond to any of my texts. He didn't, nor did he. I didn't think that it would snow so early in the year, nor did the weather forecast. I didn't, nor. The comma is in the middle. It's separating the two sentences. We haven't found the dog nor the cat. But shows contrast or exception. Sheila likes rum, but sometimes he drinks something different. Well, in this case, Sheila is a friend of mine. He always likes to drink rum, but sometimes he prefers something different. That is why. The conjunction but is used to join two items that contradict each other or create a certain tension with each other. For example, the dress was beautiful but slightly expensive. I put a lot of effort into the segment, but I couldn't even get an A. My mom doesn't like to cook, but she does it anyway. So, my first sentence has one opinion, and the other, using both, has another opinion. Two different situations, but together with the conjunction but. That is the contrast. A common usage of the word but is in the construction not but. You can also use the word rather to emphasize the contrast in the statement. For example, it wasn't a bird, but a squirrel that's been ravaging the garden. Strawberries aren't actually berries, but rather an accessory fruit. For example, it wasn't a bird but a squirrel. In Spanish, it's like si no. No era un pájaro, sino una ardilla. That is the first time I use Spanish in the videos. Or it shows choice or option. He could go to the bar or he could go to work. Two options: going to the bar or going to work. What do you prefer? The conjunction or can be used to present two or more options. It's often paired with the word either, but that is two relative conjunctions. Anyway, I need to tell you before it. Do you like chocolate or vanilla better? What university is better? Tec de Madero or what? Two different options. You can choose the Grand Prime or you can wait until another cell phone is released. So you have two options. You can get the cell phone or you can wait. Simple as that. Yet also shows contrast or exception. It's another way to use the contrast. He entered Artelli without a face mask, yet nobody is not allowed to. The conjunction yet is very similar to but. It means something like nevertheless or but at the same time. He can be strict, yet understanding at the same time. The sauce was sweet, yet had a spicy flavor to it. I got a new prescription for my glasses, yet my vision is still a bit blurry. Herminio is very intelligent, yet he's very lazy. So that is the contrast. But at the same time, doing or getting or becoming or being something. Don't get this conjunction mixed up with the other usage of the word yet. For example, did she call you back yet? Is your roommate awake yet? Gustavo hasn't finished work yet. Herminio and Daniel haven't arrived home yet. Okay, that is the different usage that we use for questions in negative sentences and most of the cases in the present perfect. So, shows consequence. For example, we were running out of beer, so my friends went to Modelorama to buy more. The consequence is that we were running out of beer. We didn't have beer enough to drink. So, my friends, there's a mistake right here. My friends went to this place to get more. That is the consequence. Being an alcoholic. If you want to express a cause and effect relationship, you can use the conjunction so. It introduces a clause that is the effect of a previous clause. For example, it was the week before Christmas, so Altama was usually hectic. For example, sometimes Altama is like this. But it was the week before Christmas, so Altama was unusually hectic. Like this picture. I want to thank Tampico Madero MX. I downloaded this picture from Facebook Thank you guys for providing these pictures. The traffic is a bit heavy on the main road, so try taking a detour instead. For example, I want to go to Altamira from Tampico through the Hidalgo Avenue. But you tell me, hey, try taking a detour instead. So I can go through this road, kind of highway. In Tampico, it's known as Libramiento. So that is another option that you can offer me, that you can give me. Notice that the word so can be used to justify a suggestion or command. It can also be used to explain the basis of a question. For example, there is not public transport on Sunday, so how can I get to my job? So in this case, I am how to say, introducing my question, my yes, my question. That's it. My suggestion. I don't know how to say in other words. And the other, all the bars are closed by now. So what can you do? So what do you want to do instead? So what can you do now? And all the bars, all the premises, movie theaters, only markets and drugstores are open. So what can we do as citizens do now? You know, what can we do now? Well, another usage of the conjunction so is to introduce a new idea or change the subject, whether this has a cause and effect relationship or not. For example, so what do you want to talk about now? So how has your day been? Well, in this case, I am changing the topic using so at the beginning, so, comma, and my sentence or my question. Be careful not to mix up the coordinate conjunction so with other usages of the word so. For example, the line was so long, we bailed within the first 5 minutes. It's going to be warmer tomorrow. I think so. I hid the present so that the rest of the family couldn't find it down. That is the other usage that you previously learned with me. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Questions, take note of that. See you soon.